I've had an interest in geology ever since I was very, very young. My mother recalls that I would go down and into the park next to our house out in Etobicoke in the western part of Toronto and collect fossils and bring them home, and she'd throw them out and I'd go and collect more and then she'd throw them out. But my father was very much what we call a gold bug, somebody who's interested in gold investments. So I got involved in gold exploration. When I was still in university, I studied geology, and eventually ended up working so far in 18 different countries worldwide, mostly in the search for gold, but also in search for precious stones, platinum, base metals as well, some industrial minerals, some other work. Gold is not special for every geologist by any means. But for me personally, gold is very, very, well, it's very precious, but it's also very special to me. I suppose part of it is because of my family history and my dad's interested in it. But it's hard work to make a discovery, and all we can do is speculate and use our talents to the best of our ability to find this stuff. I actually hired 2 archivists who worked for a year and a half looking for documents. We found old documents relating to Logroño, Sevilla del Oro, and other gold producing areas around there. You read the old records and it talks about 1,000 or 2,000 workers at a certain Encomienda, which was a mine, and they would only count the men, not the women and the children, though they were working in the mine as well. And maybe 2,000 people in the first year of operation, and then in the second year it might be down to 400, and then maybe down to 100 in the third year. And we have to speculate what happened, but it's obvious that there were massive numbers of people who were killed by disease. So these are the various reasons why these areas were abandoned.
The best documents I found in Sevilla was las encomiendas de una señora or lady of Sevilla del Oro. Encomienda was similar to a donation of land given to a Spaniard gentleman or lady. He was obliged to educate, take care, and teach the Christian doctrine to the Indians. The documents I found mentioned that the Sevilla del Oro was a certain distance north of Logroño, but not too far away from the Pastaza River. It means that the Encomiendas is Sevilla del Oro was another key point to discover where those cities destroyed later by the Jibaros Indians.
In the case of Logroño, in 1789, there was a book published by a priest, Jesuit priest by the name of Juan de Velasco. This book, which talked about the Spanish Indies, became pretty much a bestseller back in Europe, especially in Spain. And in one section of the book, it talked about the destruction of Logroño in 1599. A lot of the stories out of this book are fanciful. However, this book was talked about far and wide, and one of the people who did read the book was King Carlos of Spain, who believed that if Logroño could be found again, he could refloat the treasury. However, they didn't find the right places. Potentially a lot of the gold would have come from Logroño and Sevilla del Oro, because these were active mines when this church was being constructed in the 16th century. I've never seen a display of gold like this anywhere in the world. It is just absolutely tremendous, the amount of technique and artwork and that has gone into this for hundreds and hundreds of years. This does demonstrate the richness of this country in the past, and I think potentially for the future as well. A very, very, very rich place in gold.